The views and opinions expressed on Live at the Barbershop are entirely those of the host, guest, and caller and do not reflect the opinions of Live at the Barbershop or its staff. Viewers' discretion is advised. The following podcast is intended for mature audiences only and contains adult content, graphic language, strong sexual content, and a whole lot of shit talking. So in other words, get your kids out the room.
Live at the Barbershop with your hosts, Nisha J, Aaliyah, Black Republican, and those two crazy Caribbean guys from the Q&N show, Norris and Q. And now, the man of the hour, Mr. HNIC, Mr. Sleep When You're Dead, Hustle Now, the Magnificent.
Yo, son. What's up with all that?
Oh, I was just trying to amp it up, you know, like...
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, I'm all right, I'm with that.
John, live at the Barbershop Podcast.
Welcome back. It's Friday, y'all. Yes, it is. Doom. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, man, we back in the shop, live and direct. Today, we talking about that competitive nature, the U.S. competing with the rest of the world out here, and we're actually now, as far as the education in America, like there's a change coming. A lot of plans in order.
It ain't here yet, but it
ain't here, but it's on the table.
It's
on the table.
Like, so I know everyone pronounces her name all different things. I heard Camilla. What is it?
It's Kamala.
Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Like Kamala. Okay.
Kamala
Kamala Harris.
Harris.
She
It's the first Indian name.
Kamala.
Yeah.
Karma.
Yeah.
So her suggestion is that they should extend school hours to about 6 p.m.
Don't worry, you soon finish.
See, you see now some of them young bucks in here, they looking like, what? Yeah. Because she's saying, for the parents, after this whole pandemic situation, going back to school, for the parents, that's a suggestion.
To make that money. They said they're working.
There's another thing on the table for tonight. I'm gonna leave that a little bit at the tail end of it because it's a little bit disturbing.
I don't want to even talk about that.
It's a touchy subject, but we gotta touch it.
I don't know why the hell
people gotta know about it.
They should never put that shit on the name.
People gotta know about it. We're here to educate.
Whatever, you know.
The thing about it, it's in the barbershop. In the barbershop,
anything goes.
Anything goes. Everybody talks. Everybody's, put it out there. So that's something else. But before we get to that, the next thing that's on the table now, Joe Biden decided that
Introduce.
Oh yeah. Before I get to that.
It's a man show tonight.
My bad. It seems that way.
Leave out the female. Don't need them no more. Damn them.
So before we dive into it, because I was just giving them like a little synopsis.
Oh, good.
So okay, I'm your host for tonight. My name is John. To the left of me is my man Yo Q. What it do?
What up, my people?
Okay.
Back in the shop, man. It's officially open.
All right. Make it short and sweet. Next introduction. Yeah.
And then next to Q, of course, is my man Norris. Norris, what it do?
The real man in
what
the
it
house.
do?
I don't know who the hell he is, and the red thread in the middle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. We all left him out.
So, now we could touch it. Now we could touch it real quick. So what they were stating before now, Joe Biden was saying that he's thinking about extending the years with
grades and the classes.
the grades, yeah. So instead of 12th grade, it's adding more years.
If I can remember, back home, they have like block schedule. Some go from 7 in the morning till about what? 2? Something like that.
We had 2 shifts.
Two shifts, yes. That's what I call it. That's what I mean. Block schedule. And from in the afternoon now,
7 to about 1.
And from 1 to about say 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Back home.
Uh-huh.
So
So it should be a normal.
Basically,
some should be used to.
Remember, we adopt
We adopted
the
that
British
from
way
of doing it.
way of doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
So it never really affect us.
Right.
I mean, it can't help us.
Yeah.
So
well,
I mean,
like I said,
well, the American system.
but that's the thing. It's the American system.
They want it short and done. You get out of
Plus,
and that's why they behind.
Plus, not only that though, but no, they used to it.
Yeah.
So that like now
to
switch up,
you're gonna need to do something that they're not used to.
Yeah. And see that I get where he's coming from when he was saying that to compete with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem, and I mean, all right, it's a start.
Yeah.
You can't wrong it. It's a start.
Yeah.
My only thing with that is good luck. Because the American public has been so I don't want to just use the word used to. I want to use a more eloquent word.
I'm going to use that word. They're already used
to
that.
But they've been
the school hours.
They've been trained.
Yeah. And traditionally,
they've been trained to just
adjust to that situation.
High school lets out at what? 2:30.
Yeah, 3 is the latest.
No, 2:30. High school
get out.
2:30. No.
Yeah.
High school 2:30. Elementary school, junior high school, what?
It's been a minute for me.
No, 2:30. No, that's when I used to get out. 2:30.
I'll try to remember how New York used to do it. But
elementary and junior high school is what? 3 o'clock, I think.
3
or 3:30. They get out.
I guess
from 8 to 3:30,
something like that.
High school is from 7 to 2:30. So it's like a
set. Right.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to get to. To adapt something different.
Good luck.
3 hours.
Good luck. Because like I said, you're not only gonna get a lot of backlash
if they want to. If they really,
if they really want to compete, but compete in what sense? Now let's break it down now.
Yeah.
All right, you have China, Russia, India, Africa. What else is usually on the map for as far as the competition?
Yeah.
As far as tech, as far as
England. Remember, we adopt their school system.
So you have all these different places that are competing for that top spot.
Yeah.
The US, will always braggadociously say that they're up there, but we already know education-wise, you're far behind. Yeah. So now, how do you curb that situation and bring it into a space where you have all these people that's been competing for years? Like, they grew up in this, like from birth. You understand? Like China, let's take China. I mean, come on.
Their education system is top notch.
They're more advanced than anywhere.
But not even just the education system, just a mere rigorous lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just it's the lifestyle.
It's the lifestyle.
You know what I mean? Don't get it twisted now. A lot of them are getting used to the American way.
Yeah.
And things are starting to dilute over there.
I don't think.
I mean,
but they still.
I don't think.
They're communists, but they're not really a hard line.
No, I don't.
Communists. Because even the other day, I was watching on the news. The government now they can say the parents, a married couple, because they limited them to have like one child
before, but now
they can have 3.
Right.
Because
they're
advanced.
But then they got to be something, and they're giving them money for that.
Yeah.
But then you got to ask yourself the $1 million, why? Why all of a sudden? Remember back in the days in China too, if you had a female child, they used to want you to exterminate, like done, because you're not useful. Producing. You're not but they weren't useful at the time.
It's
meaning
like if you have a female baby, like bad luck or something.
Right.
Now,
so
if you have a male son,
But China is more advanced. In America, kids get more free time.
Let's go back to that. I don't want to switch off the subject too much, but let's go back to population control. Okay, so now it's overpopulated. That's why China now is in a lot of small island countries.
Yep.
And buying it out.
Big time.
So they can ship their people over there.
Not only small island countries. everywhere.
But they're everywhere.
Africa.
I mean, yo,
everywhere.
I went to Cuba and they had Chinese food out there. You understand?
They everywhere.
So puzzling. But what I'm saying now, back
even then, sorry. See, because a lot of these, even the small island countries, when they say they hire the Chinese to come over and build this big whatever road project,
that's what they do for
stadium or whatever.
They bring their people.
They bring their own people to work it. They don't hire. They don't hire the locals. So that's when that's how come they populate.
Right.
That not really the whole country, but they have a little section called
Chinatown,
little China. He let this and all of that. So I mean,
but can you blame them?
No.
Let's take that and go back into the educational half of things now. Can you blame them? If I have to go to a new country, a spot I've never. All right, let's just say we go to China.
Yeah,
I'm going to China, and all right, let me not use China because they're at the top of it. Let's use like let me see. Let me find one. Let's say like Venezuela. Let's just say.
Let's just say.
Let's just say. So we go to Venezuela. Now we don't speak the language. I'm bringing my company out there to build roads and certain things. I have my engineers. I have my people that already know the system, know what to do. I can rely on them. Would it not make more sense for me to bring my people?
Yeah, I mean, you could bring your engineers. Well, hire some of the local workers too.
But that part, yeah. But at the end of the day, if I know I have full control over my people and I know their work ethics and I know, you're going to eat at this time, you go to lunch at this time, you come back at this time.
Yeah, they're programmed.
While your people is like, man, listen, whatever.
It's 3:00, knock off time.
He said, half an hour for lunch and they coming back an hour and a half later.
Yeah.
And then I got to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now, with that, I can understand certain things. So now back to the educational half of things. For people in the U.S. and other places that are used to that system of coming back an hour and a half later or showing up late or stuff like that, and there's no reprimand for that. How do you curb that if that's been a normal situation for years now?
From day one.
You know what I'm saying? Generations.
From day one.
I do understand what Biden is saying as far as
extending the school.
We do need to start stepping it up.
Yeah.
We do need to start stepping it up because it's been lax for too long.
Yeah. But
and especially with the last yellow man and the orange man and he just
Cheetos.
He pushed it back. He just
do we think is extending the school here, extending the time?
Not the year, the hours.
We'll do but the hours and the time you spend in school. Not just the time
it's the year as well too.
Do you think that will work? If we're gonna give our kids all these games, everything they want, they're more focused on the phones, their games and everything. I think that is it. That's the problem.
Yeah, because that's what it's America.
That's another one too.
I think that's the problem.
Is the fattest country in the world.
Yeah.
Because
that's another thing too. That's a good
out.
point that you made because
kids don't get out.
Because now you, as a parent, now you got to compete with the Xbox and the PlayStations because these kids is comatose.
You're competing with games.
Hold up.
When there is schoolwork.
But hold up. Why do you think China is number one? Who
they make him?
And they send them over. And they send them over here.
Listen,
because they know
chestnut checkers.
Because they know. Hold up.
Chestnut checkers.
Say what you say.
Hold up, because they know America is a lazy country.
Chestnut checkers.
Send them over here. They want everything handed to them right there. They want everything right there. Bam, 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 bam.
But did you know that a lot of watches that people wear in America, wear all over the world, some of those watches are made by kids in China?
Yeah.
Put together by kids.
Yes.
School projects.
Yes.
Computers. Certain.
But he made a good point.
Electronics.
He made a good point.
Kids.
He made a good point. They make it. You play it. You stay behind.
Yes. They don't care.
Yo, hold on 1 minute. I got Nisha J's in the building. Hey, somebody let her in the door, please.
They don't care.
No. Keep the door closed.
Hey, you gonna keep the door closed?
No, you ain't coming in.
You coming in the shop rather late, shorty.
You knock all you want.
Well, I can come in or I can leave.
Don't you have a key?
I do have a key, but I'd rather not.
Knocking on the door.
So I was listening to your conversation that you were having. And being a parent of two teenagers that's currently in school right now, I totally agree with extending the school hours or extending the, how can you say, learning hours, or maybe not having such a long summer. That's another
That's a
option
good
too.
point.
Make the summer
So,
short.
and I say this because if I'd have been more a studious student, most of the students still continue to study because they know which courses they're going to take during the summer. I mean, the next following year. So they have the 2 months or what have you to catch up so they can study to be prepared for the next semester or the next school year.
Do they still have summer school?
Yeah.
They still have summer school. I don't know how.
But that's for the
long
kids that
it is.
fail. That's for the kids that fail.
No, it's for
Now you can advance
It's
also.
for the kids
You
that
advance.
fail most likely, but every now and then you get a student that goes just to get out of school quicker. I suggest the summer school hours not extending the day because of after school activities. For instance, my son runs cross country, track, what have you. It would shorten those things. So it's either they go into school at least earlier so that they can be able to compensate for not going to school in the summertime, or just extend the school year to where they have summer school or school, at least a month later in the year. I think that's a better idea only because of the extracurricular activities they have outside of learning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. All those things where when they're gonna get the time to do those things. And for parents, by the time a parent pick up her kid at 6,
right?
You can imagine the traffic with the parents and the school letting out at 6, work letting out at 6.
But hold up.
All that together.
But we're forgetting about the other people involved. The teachers.
Right. They don't want to be sitting
people
there for
that
2 hours. Trust me.
Remember, they got kids too.
They don't.
Maintenance for the school.
Yeah.
So it's like.
And let's just think about this too. So they're in school extra 2 hours, which means they probably have to incorporate some kind of snack program or for kids, because
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, that you're basically raising a child in the school system. That's why I strongly say just extend the school year another month into June, or rather for us, it's into June.
Yeah. When would the teacher get time to mark
June
lessons and all those stuff?
Because basically,
it will be
I know
tough.
I mentioned it, but I'm going to mention it because back home, school lets out the end of June.
Well, hold up. I got my homies and they kids is in the shop tonight. So let me ask some of these shorties in here how they feel about that real quick. So how do you feel about extending the school year going into summer school? You're not feeling that? Not at all. No. Why?
Because his mind has already trained.
So, because you're used to that already? That's what you're saying?
Yes. So how you feel about extending the time?
How much time y'all get out for schools? 2 months? Something like
It's like June until August.
What do you say?
What?
Oh, you supposed to get out of 4 term? Okay.
See, in Delaware, it's from June until August.
So it's not 2:30 no more.
So the people
never was 2:30.
So the people
it was 2:30. I mean,
I don't know.
When we was going to school.
Oh, for the elementaries.
No, when we was going to high school, it's.
I don't know what high school you went, homie. I ain't never got out 2:30. Nisha, what time you get out?
We got out at 2:30.
You got out at 2:30?
Yeah. We got out because track practice started.
Hold on. Pause for a minute. Hold up.
We got out 2:30.
You sure about that?
7 in the morning.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because track practice started. It was from 3
to
2:30.
High school.
Yeah.
Hold on.
High school. Yes.
We got out at 2:30. You sure about that?
2:30, and track practice started from 3 to 5. It was a 2-hour practice.
Well, that's probably what it was. I had track after school. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, he was doing track.
Yeah, I had track after school.
I know I had to stay.
And what the hell you think?
Yeah, I had to stay too.
But think of it like this: if you were a parent of a younger child, you wouldn't have to worry about summer, like someplace to put your child during the summer while
they
you
had
work.
track and stuff like that.
So no. I'm just saying, if you extend the school year, the school year, you wouldn't have to worry about. You would only have to worry about 1 month. You know how expensive daycare is in the summertime. It's like runs you into like the thousands, depending on what you're studying.
Because I remember I had track and basketball. I had track and
He wasn't
basketball.
on no basketball.
But I heard of a summer camp.
I believe Nisha.
I heard of a summer camp today, which is
I didn't say I was playing. I was watching.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard of a summer camp today.
Female
where
volleyball too.
It's $800 for 3 weeks.
Yes. Some of
$800
these
for
camps
3
are
weeks.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, they are so
Crazy.
expensive. And you pay for basically somebody taking care of your kids. Like
Just
for
hang around and games.
all games and stuff like that. I know friends who literally ask like other parents who have teenagers, can they watch my kids for the summer for 2 months? Because they can't afford it. It's too expensive.
Yeah.
It is I am very lucky that my daughter was able to watch my kids at the time during summer because I couldn't do it. I can do
Now,
this no way.
Are they on the right track then? Biden and Harris, are they on the right track?
This is something to think about because
Let her answer.
Hold on, I'm just saying the young
listen.
ones that's all in the shop tonight, they all shaking their head. All of them on the sideline, they all shaking their head. They're like, nah, I ain't feeling
feel
that
like
one.
they should extend the school year just because of COVID.
Yeah.
It doesn't make I think something should be extended just because of the lack of I think our kids will be behind. I just think that it's going to be a huge deficit. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you from a personal basis. So I have 2 kids that's currently in high school. I have one who is a junior, and I have one who's a sophomore. The junior, as soon as COVID started, right, her grades started excelling beyond what we can imagine. And the funny thing was, when I would talk to her teachers, they honestly was looking forward to her to being in class because she was that one student that participated more than normal. She is obviously an introvert child. She learns better in her setting and in her area. Whereas the sophomore, I literally had to wake him up, be like, Jonathan, you have class. Like, he's the total opposite. He needs to be in a structured setting. He cannot be trusted to do it on his own. And he was the total opposite. So here I have this B+ student that went to an A student. And then I have this B+ student that went to like a damn near F student. So I have both worlds. Right. So in that sense, the extended school year would definitely benefit my son. Whereas my daughter, she was damn near tutoring the people in her class. They would call her and she would actually tutor them on the side to help them get through the classes whenever they needed it. And of course, that helped out the teachers. So to make my story shorten, yes, I feel like the school year should be extended in the summertime, like a couple of hours. It does not hurt to do at least a half a day during the summertime. Not a full day, a half a day. At least a half a day.
Well, summer school has always been half a day.
Right. At least a half a day.
If you see the look on some of the young bucks' faces out here in the shop, they would kill you right now.
Well, summer school has always been a half a day. They get out at 12.
At least a half a day. Because it's either that or you get out of school at 6 p.m. and you don't have any sports.
Young bucks in the shop, they looking like, yo, who is this lady? Who is this lady? Because, yo, I don't like her.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Yo,
it only makes sense. If we can ask for money for stimulus checks, if we can ask for help in such and such, because they see there's a lack there. Obviously, there's a major deficit in the learning area for kids. And you're not going to see it until 2 to 3 years from now, where you can't learn or you're not getting into colleges or what have you, because your parents and you were self-teaching yourself. That's not how the system was made up.
As they would say.
It's not fair.
But my question is, okay, extend the school hours and extend the school year, but are these kids learning anything? They can say, hold on. They can say they can extend this all they want and extend it. Yes, I'm for that. But are they really going in there learning anything?
So here's
come on, you have like you have your daughter and all of that. They ahead, but the majority of them, are they going to school just to mess around, or are they actually going and learning?
So Nora, so this will shut up the parents that complain my kids ain't learning.
Yeah.
This is the solution to this.
But see, that's one of the things I was thinking about before now.
A lot of parents are saying my child didn't learn anything.
But here's one of the things that we're missing. It still got to start from home. There's a lot of parents at home that are just not even. They're not even.
But hold up. Some of these parents are not even parents.
But that's what I'm saying right now.
Still kids.
But give them the opportunity and choice to have.
No, I understand that. But to
kids with kids.
To leave from this and just go to that is not going to happen. I understand it has to be a start. We understand that. But the problem with it now, like you said, extending it. What are the guarantee? Because there's no look. Reading is like damn near obsolete right now. Like you say you read. I said to someone, yeah, I'm gonna try to read something this week. They was like, you still reading what you read? I'm like,
a lot of people don't read.
You bugging? I'm like, I love reading.
A lot of people don't read, and a lot of people.
I love reading.
A lot of people don't read, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a reader.
This is what they shouted out in here. You see what they shouted out? Audio books. Okay.
Same thing. Same thing. Read.
But again, how many times have we went to school and this is your summer reading book and we never read it? How many times?
Well, I did it a little different. See, now for me, like for summer school, like you were saying before, a lot of people thought I was going to summer school for failing.
Damn that. I went to school because I failed a class.
Nah, I went to advance.
I'm admitting it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I went to school.
But a lot of people don't do that, Corey.
I had to go to summer school because I failed a class.
I remember when I didn't go to graduation. So I remember when I got a phone call from one of my homies. They had a big thing in the auditorium telling everyone who's graduating, who's not. And,
yes, I remember.
I didn't go because I didn't care.
And that sucked because when you went, you sat there. And they called your name, that meant, and they basically embarrassed you in front of everybody.
I didn't go.
Was not graduating.
I didn't go. So now, for me,
what the hell you doing there walking? You ain't graduating. You coming back an extra year.
Just to bring it up, a friend of ours from high school, Chantel, I just got back in contact with her recently, right? And she was just reminding me, she's like, "Yo, it's because of you I graduated." I was like, "What you talking?" She's like, "Yo,
she was on the track team."
Lord Jesus.
Nah, she wasn't on the track team. She wasn't on the track team. So, but she was reminding me that it's because I told her the same thing on advancing because I learned the system early enough as far as school is concerned. That these institutions, it's detrimental that they keep you in school for funding. You see what I'm saying? So now I learned early that these guidance counselors just had me going to stupid stuff. Like, why am I here? What am I doing with this? Like,
they don't have your best interest.
You understand? They don't. So when I
mean, one or two might, but the majority of them don't.
If you lucked out and found one that really cared, which with the school we was going to, they didn't care. They didn't care.
I don't even remember my guidance counselor at all.
They giving you all sorts of garbage. And I remember when I finally figured it out and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm picking my class from now on. They said, "Oh, I said, nah, I'm good." Just tell me the credit. And I did that. And that's why I was able to advance. So when summer school came around and other people either opt out to go work or stay at home, do whatever, some that failed had to come in. I'm in there. Everyone thought that I was in there because I failed. I'm like, nah, I didn't fail. I passed all my class. I'm moving forward. When my last senior year came around, I'm golden.
But what in summer school?
I'm golden. I had to take 2 classes, and that's just because legally I had to take the 2 classes.
What do you mean? What is summer school?
Summer school now is like, keep my kid from me. I gotta go to work.
No, summer school technically. Well, no.
It was like for when you're feeling, you go to advance.
It still is.
It still is.
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah, it sounds to me like
if you fail math, if you fail math or English during a regular school year.
Time to catch up.
If you don't want to repeat it, the next school term, you go in summer school and catch that up.
Right now, it's like, oh, I gotta go to work. I have nobody to keep. Let him go to summer school.
Nah, it's not because it's not like it's not like a PAL or YMCA.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to drop your kids off and they can just chill.
No,
this is a school
environment,
school curriculum. Basically. There's rules and regulations.
can I get back to your comment about it should start at home? So it would be lovely to start, you know, the training purposes of, the learning purposes at home. But as you know, if that was a simple fix, then majority of us would have learned from home. I can tell you right now, my parents, for instance, were too tired, like, to try to teach me anything, and let alone try to explain to me an equation of how to do math or explain anything to me. And I'm gonna just say, as a parent, for myself, you know, I literally, as you just guys know, the reason why I'm late is because I was taking care of a medical matter with a family member. Now, for instance, if I had to teach my kids every day or start from home, it would be literally impossible. I get home from my job, and mind you, my job is 20 minutes away, at 7 o'clock sometimes. And they have to be at school or what have you. So the time constraints of being a working parent and then turn around and have to teach your kids, you know, every day would be literally impossible for most. So I have to tell you flat out, that would probably like be impossible for a nurse who works 12 hours, that works from 7 to 7. And if they have to travel an hour back and forth to work, they would get home at 8. Then they got to turn around and cook dinner. Then they have to put the kids to bed.
Well, we're not talking so much as far as you having to deal with educating them. But what I'm saying is, some things now in the household has to be lead by example. Meaning, if you have a day off, grab a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, and have a time out with your kids and pick a book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back in the days, your parents used to, you know, every so often, y'all go to the library. Like, the library is like so dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember
some of these kids don't even know what the hell that library is.
You know, and I remember when your parents bought encyclopedias, it was like, wow.
My parents never bought encyclopedias.
No,
damn that.
They could not. There's no way they was going to buy an encyclopedia that expired the following year. I'm just
you're making me feel like we was the Cosby kids now.
You probably were.
We had encyclopedia.
But I know one thing. My father taught me that how to cook and how to clean, how to treat people.
He said he don't know what encyclopedia is.
You know what encyclopedia is?
See what I'm saying?
They don't know.
Look it up on the phone.
No. And first of all, those things were expensive. And he treated them like Bible.
I thought it was the app.
It was like you just don't. They probably don't even.
It's a big thick book like millions in it.
But see, that's the thing with it. All right, in my household, reading, it was a must. My mother, they made sure, like, they brought all sorts of African books. You know, we all got African names. We had to learn the history. We had to know where we're from. We had to know where we're going. We had to know all that stuff. So for us, at a certain point, you could let us go and we gonna still survive. We're gonna float. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they already they wind us up already. They put the battery in our back and let us go. You know what I'm saying? So in that type of situation, I can attest to know that.
My story was when it come on, because my sisters, they used to like put me down to read and do math and all that shit. Which it was good. But when I get something wrong, they would whoop my ass.
You're still under pressure.
No, sometimes
that was a learning curve.
No. Sometimes I feel like they did it because I was the last child. I was the last one.
Yeah.
And like they were like, "No, come learn how to read and come learn how to do math and all that." But sometimes I had a funny thing. They did that shit out of damn spite. No, hold up, no. I got a funny feeling they did it when it's their time of the damn month. I'm like, yo, they used to whoop my ass, man, when I was back home. I'm like, yo, trust me. Sometimes I used to haul ass and run out the house just to get away from their ass.
But you know,
honestly,
I learned something.
You know, I was like, what, like 8, 9, 10 and shit. I'm like, they were just.
But that's where
they was a beat the fuck out of me. Honestly, not lying. No, all joke aside, for real.
You look like you was a troublemaker.
That sounds like a
no, ain't no damn troublemaker.
That sounds like
I'm like the way because lately whenever I think back about it, I'm like, shit, they did that shit on purpose. Sometimes I wonder if they did that shit when they seen that shit the time of the month. I'm like, yo,
you probably annoyed the crap out of them and didn't.
No, hell, fuck no.
No, but hold up. But now you can count.
Yeah, but shit.
And you can read.
Them damn beat, them damn beat. It didn't want that shit. I used to haul. I run out the damn house and shit.
Well, you still love reading, cuz.
Oh man.
No, hell no. I love reading on my own.
So by judging by the Young Bucks in the building tonight, the Young Bucks is clearly a no. All the Young Bucks in the building, they clearly don't want no extensions. They don't want no what you call it?
What do you say?
It's a book of information.
It's good. Trust
See what I'm saying? So
sometimes that phone crap ain't. Hey,
but that's the thing. You got to compete now with the cell phone. You got to compete with video games. You got to compete with all these different things. And when
that's
you don't
why.
have,
And that's why it's behind.
That's no different than when we were growing up, and you had the single parent that worked long hours. You see what I'm saying? Like, you remember those single parents, or though even if it was a 2-family household and the parent worked long hours and the kids, latchkey kids back in the days, we was doing it all. So your parents didn't know that you was wilding out outside.
Listen, not me.
You knew what time.
Yeah, we outside.
Not me.
You knew what time to jump back in the house before they got there. And they didn't know anything.
Shut up, Corey.
It's no different.
Listen, the problem with gaming. You see them
Far Rockaway.
You see them kids. You see them.
That was my
Not
early
only the
start.
game,
No,
not
matter of
only-
fact,
it's
Harlem
not-
was my
it's
first early
everything.
start on that.
Not only the gaming, it's the phone, it's
You see
everything.
them 2 kids who
Social
take on
media,
the
everything.
police?
Huh?
You see them 2 little kids who take on the police, the 15 and the 12-year-old?
Nah.
You never see that, man?
Nah.
Up in Florida?
Nah.
With an AK?
I can believe it.
And the young...
Did you see
the
the
little girl was
9-year-old and the 4-year-old that took the car?
The car. I heard about the car.
Yes. They
What?
took the car and said they
But I mean,
were
listen.
California.
But listen. All right, let's keep it.
12-year-old.
Let's keep it 1,000 now.
Yeah.
It ain't no different than when we was growing up. Come
Yes,
on.
it is.
No, it
Corey.
ain't no different.
Yeah,
I knew a lot of
You was
boosters.
not taking nobody.
I knew a
Yes, it
lot
is.
of boosters
It's
that was
different.
young.
But
It's
you
Yeah,
know,
different.
boosting,
so you don't...
which didn't kill other people. You wasn't taking no car though. You wasn't
No,
taking no
hell
car.
no.
I knew boosters.
But you wasn't taking a car.
I wasn't taking
Who
no damn
said
car,
you
no. I
didn't
wasn't
take a
shooting no people.
car?
I won't shoot
Listen.
anybody.
And have a standoff with police?
I wouldn't do none of that.
Well, all right, as time went on now, all right, listen, you got to remember now, and not to divert from what we're talking about right now, but to just it's all in the same
Yeah,
spectrum.
it's all
But
in the same circle.
At the end of the day now, Big Dad checking in. Finally, homie, where you been? What's
All right.
good?
Yeah,
Atlanta
yeah,
in the
yeah,
building.
Okay, good.
So, all right, going back to that now.
He said he took the car every half day.
See, that's what I'm telling you. We did have that, but I remember now. We
Oh,
didn't have as much different things influencing putting that much influence on us. Like these kids, they're program. When we had things, we had outdoor activities. We were playing on the block. We were doing different things. These kids right
Yeah, 'cause
now,
as soon as I came from the school, I get out my school clothes,
you do your
put on my
homework and then you bounce out.
and out.
You understand? But these kids nowadays, the information is getting fed to them every second because their phone
because they're spoon
is
fed right
feeding
there.
everything
Yeah.
to them every second. So now, if you have a kid that he's not on it mentally on that level, any little video game, any music, any television,
new video, whatever.
anything right now could charge him,
Can influence him.
can
yeah.
charge him up, put the battery in his back, and let him go. You understand?
But
While
Corey,
for us-
how many kids we grew up with the same thing without the cell phones and everything?
yeah, but the numbers
Come
was
on.
lower.
We
but the
know
numbers
one
was lower.
particular.
But the numbers was lower, though.
Who that is?
The numbers was lower.
Who him?
No, he know exactly
I know
who
what
I'm
you're
talking
talking But the numbers was lower. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But listen, but again,
hold up.
but again,
Hold up. Is it somebody you hate?
nah,
I don't hate this person. I
Or
wish
you can't stand?
nah.
No. I just
Nah.
feel like I put it like this. Corey and I both know we can name certain individual who's easily
Okay, it ain't-
influenced.
it ain't-
Period.
it
That's
ain't.
all.
Yeah.
And then we also know strong-willed people as well. And then like that one in the white. Okay.
Because I ran in a circle with some killers. I ran with some
Yes, we all did,
killers,
Corey.
and it's like, yo,
Corey.
they,
we not?
but see, I'm a neutral party. I'm good.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Hood to hood. I'm good.
Shoot. Me too. And I had some close.
I've been
calls.
in some spots where you be like, yo, you bugging. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, you still gotta have enough mentals to know when it's time to shift and time to move.
When stuff don't smell right, get the hell out.
That's it.
Period.
That's it. You know?
So now, okay.
Yeah.
So now, it seems like the parents is cool with it. The kids ain't cool with it, and that's where I think a lot of this stuff here is going to bump heads. I mean, ultimately, the parents have the say at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, there's gonna be a lot of screw-faced kids out there.
No, damn all that. We the parent.
I think
we know what's best for you.
I think it's gonna put a lot of parents under pressure too.
So now, I had to leave this next subject.
Hold on. Why?
What?
Put them under pressure for what?
No, picking up your kids from school at 6 when you leave work. What time you prepare dinner? What time you get them to bed?
They get dinner at school.
It's a lot. What?
Then again, some of these kids now they don't eat nothing. Fast food and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, but that will lead to something else too.
I think the teachers are going to be more frustrated than
teachers going to be frustrated.
That's going to be ridiculous.
They get paid to educate, okay?
Nah, they don't get paid.
No, they don't. They don't get no money.
They get paid to educate.
But they're not getting.
I was a substitute teacher. They don't get paid.
They're not getting paid the right amount, but they're getting paid to educate.
Let me tell you how much
you are an educator, okay? You
Let me tell you,
become a teacher or whatever.
The police, they're about the same type of salary. They don't get paid enough to go through that much headache and frustration to teaching a child that does not want to learn and don't want to be there. It's bad enough we as adults don't want to go to work every day. Could you imagine dealing with some smart behind child?
And you can't touch them.
That you can't touch. I would never.
No. Nowadays you can't touch them.
I would never survive as a teacher. I'm telling you right now, I do not have the patience.
And you know,
I can do it. I'm telling you, I commend every teacher that's out there.
Bring back.
Hold up. Let me ask all of y'all a quick question.
Bring back.
Which as a substitute teacher, which grade level you think would be the worst?
Junior high school on up. Period.
Yep.
What about y'all?
Same thing.
Same
shit.
Well, Q never went to school here, so you don't really know. So
junior high school,
you're right. I thought it would be high school.
No, junior high school. That's when the hormones start kicking in. That's when they started smelling themselves. That's when they're not children anymore. They get that independence where they can get to school by themselves. Junior high school on up. Actually, every junior high school that I know of, that's when parents is like, I'm either going to put you in Catholic school or not out here in Delaware. That's how it works.
Catholic school, that's worse.
Well, I'm just saying out here, most parents will say, I'm going to decide by the time they get into junior high school if they're going there or not. Because in public school, because it's just bad. It's just awful.
Stay away from them Catholic schools.
I can just tell you this much. I got into more problems in my schooling years in junior high school than I got into any of the years of schooling that I've ever had. I had the worst issues in junior high schools.
I
can't even tell you without being explicit the things that happened to me.
I had fun.
High school was fun.
I did not.
Junior high school for me, hell no.
I had fun in all my schools. Be honest.
I did not.
Yeah, I had fun.
When I got to high school, man, please.
I've seen the most stabbing, shooting, slashing, ear slashing in junior high school than I had in high school. Now, mind you, in the high school John and I went to, there was a couple of people who got shot, but that was off the premises. But what I'm saying is I've seen more.
Oh, no, we had a shootout on premises too.
Yeah, we did.
Drive by.
But that was one versus the people being stopped, stabbed, molested in junior high school.
Yeah.
Molested, stabbed, teachers beat up in junior high school. Junior high school was the worst.
Metal detectors.
Metal detectors, junior high school.
Yeah, New York. Right. Yeah. Well, we got around it.
Hold on.
Y'all had you knew the office.
Yeah, no, that's crap.
You got around it. You know what to do? Back doors. Get one in, go to the back door, put something in the door, your man them come through. You ain't heard it from me.
Anyway.
But now, we're going to touch on the last subject of the night. It's a little touchy.
Disturbing.
It's a little disturbing. It's a little touchy.
Yeah, no, I read
but
I saw it.
I don't know. I think they really, Well, my man, so what up? At the end of the day, it's all about keeping things balanced. That's true. It's gonna be hard though, but that's true. So now in New York City, our lovable state of New York, NYC, they're deciding
anything goes in that
to start teaching classes on masturbation for elementary school kids. So, as a parent, Mama Bear, how do you approach that one? And that's let me just say, it's not public. That's a private school. So it's a private school. So
okay. So let me explain to you this, right? I can only speak for mines and mines only. It would be up to my discretion if I wanted my children to participate in that particular activity. Not every child is the same. For instance, like I just explained to you, I have A+ student, and then I have this F student. They're two different people. They have two different types of personalities. I am not opposed, hear me strongly, of that being taught to the children in school.
Hold on. He didn't tell you the real. It's what grade is
Elementary.
Elementary.
Hold on.
All right. I'm not opposed if you feel that your child will benefit from it. Again, I can only speak for mine.
Benefit how?
I cannot speak for anybody else's.
I know.
I feel that if your child is of need of that conversation, then it should be an offer to them. But if it's not, and if you think your child is not ready for that conversation, then you should also, as a parent, be voiceful and say, no, I don't want my child to participate in this activity.
What year is elementary school, kids?
What age?
Elementary school is from 1st grade all the way up to 6th. And I'm going to tell you this much.
6th grade is what age?
6th grade is 12.
12.
Ask me. I'm in there. Ask me.
All right, I'm asking you. Yeah, you're right.
So again, like I said, I'm assuming that they teach them at the age 5th grade, all the way up to 6th grade, because that's when the hormones start ranging. And again, this is the beginning.
You don't need that.
This is the beginning of hormones and what it spars on. Okay. This is when the hormone starts working. Most girls see their cycle at this age. So I'm just saying, this is probably why you have
don't
this.
Teach them what?
I'm sorry?
Teach them cycle, sex educate. What are you going to teach them?
They have.
Why you can teach them how to masturbate?
I'm sure along with this conversation of this masturbation video that you're talking about, comes along with other sex education, because like my kids, they start learning that as well. And then when in class, and we had to sign a waiver to say, listen, your child is going to be taught certain things in this class. Are you okay with it? And like I said, as a parent, you should have the option to agree or not to agree that your child learn in this particular area.
What you just said. Plus, my man Plus just said the same thing. Put that back up for me. My man Plus said sound like replacing sex ed.
Right. It basically is. It's probably going to touch on that subject. I'm sure it is. But like, for instance.
But in elementary school, hell no.
Why don't do it?
Elementary school, I'm sure it's like at a certain age. It's probably going to be like 5th and 6th grade. Probably 5th and 6th grade.
I wouldn't put it past them because these kids are advanced.
Junior high school, yeah, but elementary school, fuck.
No, and that's when they start teaching them in 5th and 6th grade.
And that's elementary.
The cycle, the human anatomy, all of that.
Yes, remember, elementary is from
pre-K, right? Like
that's why they're behind. They're teaching them that when they should be teaching them other things.
What? All right. When was the first time you kissed a girl? Why don't you answer that? And how old were you?
Me?
Oh, let me
remember. I'm.
It don't matter which part you come from.
That's right.
It don't matter. It don't matter which part you're from.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Yo, hold on.
It's different in the
you say kind of makes sense. All I remember from them was the diseases.
Come on, man. People do things different in the island than here, man.
No,
all right. Them kids in the kids in the island now. A kid in the island, not the act of sex. The kids in the island now are way more advanced.
Yeah.
Way more advanced than the kids over here.
Yeah.
You understand?
So when did you kiss a girl? When did you kiss a girl?
2 years old.
Maybe
2 years old.
Come on, now you can kiss your sister and your mama. Come on, of course.
No. She's talking about the opposite sex. She's talking about romantic.
Yes.
Maybe the same age as he said, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So then, if you're 1 year, then can you imagine in the United States?
You're going to America.
So you're proving my point.
Hold on.
The word is Caribbean.
The odd couple right here. You gotta let this go.
Caribbean.
The word is Caribbean. I want to hear you come talk about.
Well, I'm talking
Patois.
I'm Jamaican.
Who's Jamaican?
Yeah, man.
You know, Christian girl no 2-year-old. Stop their life.
Oh my God. Well, you're younger than 5th and 6th grade.
So I mean, he didn't even start school yet when he came.
I don't even want to talk where I start. Where the
see, he's stuttering, so you know he lying.
It's no lying, man. You go
2-year-old.
This dude.
2-year-old.
In the Caribbean.
2-year-old.
Wait. How old was she?
2
He
years.
said 2-year-old. He's 2-year-old.
How old was she? Was she
probably
12.
Listen. Stuff like what we call
at 2 years old.
Pinch your panties.
Jolly house, mother, father.
2 years old.
Yo,
Be quick.
Yo, listen.
At 2 years old.
I'm telling him if he
No, shut up, man.
If you even pull up
at 2 years old,
you're making pure nice.
At 2 years old.
If you even pull up video now at Jamaica, turn a little birthday party.
At 2 years old.
I don't like to see it.
The youth them.
But you see it.
That's just dancing. I'm talking about
I'm talking dancing.
I'm talking about kissing. No. She said she said kissing a girl and all that kind of
Where
crap.
it goes? Coconut Grove. Not
Coconut Grove.
Where it grows, I don't know where
Where you go? Which way you go?
At 2-year-old.
Which way you go?
At 2-year-old. You. What I'm telling you.
Hey.
No. I can see.
Listen.
I can see if you say 6-7-year-old. What is that? 2-year-old.
Listen. You notice these stars.
Where his 2 was advanced.
Listen, you know,
please.
You notice these.
You know he lying.
Listen, you notice these stars,
what?
singers, and everybody. They can say, he started singing at 2-year-old, and it was very good. Especially the white ones. He started singing at 2-year-old. So why you can't kiss something at 2-year-old? Why you can't kiss a girl at 2-year-old? When you was
exactly what happened.
Huh?
Not bad with that.
But we gotta have video.
Blasted
we gotta have video. When you start kissing a girl, about 25.
Yes. Yeah.
He lied.
That's right.
Think about
That's why you need that masturbation class.
Yeah, exactly.
2-year-old.
No. Yo, teacher. Tell me how you do it.
When the first time you kiss a girl? About 25?
Yes. Yes.
Boy, you're 18.
Yeah. Now, I can see if you say 6-7 years old, but I'm a 2-year-old. Man, let's sit down somewhere with that.
But wait, 6-7 years old is only second grade.
Did
second and third grade.
2-year-old.
Did someone say exactly 2-year-old?
Yes, you did.
See what they saying?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, in today's society, children are being groomed to be overstimulated.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. And it's the truth.
The television.
But if you educate them,
there is nowhere to do nothing like that in America. There's no bushes to play around. No,
damn 2-year-old.
Yo, we used to play mother and father.
Yeah, 2-year-old.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, listen to him.
As a young one, I used to.
I don't know damn 2-year-old. I can see me say 6-7, but no damn 2-year-old. Yo, stop telling lie, man.
I never.
Jesus, boy, hey. Boy. Yo. What's that? What you say? What you say? Talk loud. Don't whisper.
All right.
No, what you trying to say? No, damn that.
What's your reaction? Do you still stand by the way you approach that?
We're a debate show,
yeah.
As you mentioned. We're not a reality show. And it's up to us to say what's in our head, say what's in our heart as it relates to topics. What normally happens when you debate, whether you're at a barbershop or whether you're on ESPN First Take, sometimes the debate can get personal based on the person's tone.
So you cry too much, man.
No, but you went now. I roll you with we don't use 2. Come on, man.
Cool running, brethren. Cool runnings. All right.
Yeah. Yo, we don't use 2. Come on, man.
Move on to number 3 now. We on to number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're acting like a fool with that. We don't use 2.
All right, yo. We all for 2s now. We on the 3s and 4s.
Crying, dog.
It's where you took it.
Nah,
you took that
ain't
shit
nobody
down
taking
there.
it nowhere.
No, you don't know.
Don't go nowhere.
You took it there.
Yo,
Come on.
we dealt with that.
Come on.
Stick to the subject in hand.
We don't
right
use
now.
2 in the neck.
We stick to the subject in hand right now.
You sound like a damn.
Now this is. I love this though. This is the barbershop. This is how it does get down. This is how it gets down. This is how it get down.
I'm not coming to that barbershop.
We don't use 2.
What's the problem with
So when you count, you don't say 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you count, you don't use 1, 2, 3, 4.
What is the problem?
No, when you count, you don't use 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my.
So what's with you? Are you gonna skip over?
All right, we use.
So you want to skip over 2 and go to 3. So
Cutting it
say
off
1,
right
3.
there. Yo,
Tuna, man.
we done with the two.
No, damn that. I'm
We
staying
done
on
with the
it.
two. We
So
done
when you
with the
count,
two.
when you
We
count,
done with the
when
two.
you count,
We
you're gonna
done
say
with the
1,
two.
2,
3, 4.
Yo,
Yeah.
and you
we
gonna say
done.
1, 3.
Yo,
Yeah,
we
1,
done with the
2,
two.
3, 4.
You're an ass.
Yo, we done
is
with
an
the two.
ass?
We done with
You're
the
an
two.
ass.
Yo, we done with the twos
You're a
now.
complete ass.
We done with. Hey, cut the mic off. We done with the twos. We done with the twos. We moving on to something. We sticking to the subject in hand right now. All right, sticking to the subject in hand. Now I know this is how the shop get down, and everybody in the shop they wilding out right now tonight. This is nice though.
What's up with you, man?
But this is the talking points. We stick to the subject though.
You're grumpy, man.
We have to agree to disagree. How about that?
That's all
We
it is.
agree to disagree.
That's all.
Yeah.
Being grumpy. You're an ass.
All right, so we move on from that. We'll handle that outside afterwards.
Oh
All right. So I guess no masturbation class for him.
No.
Can you imagine him arguing with the
I'm
teacher?
sorry you even answering the question.
Suppose it's the terms we use. What term you use in the island you're from?
Don't even worry about it. We ain't even worry about no more terms. We good. Hey, do me a favor. Let me get to him. So now, I'm all over the place right now. So yo, about now, the barbershop is hot. Everybody over here, they bugging out. Everybody's good. Get your hair cut, get your fade on. It's all good. Hey, listen, going back to the subject that we was talking about earlier, as far as your kids. I believe on that note, the parents should be the one to really lay that out. True. I don't think we should leave it up to the teachers to really lay that out.
True.
You understand what I mean? That being because it's so touchy and the kids would be so embarrassed.
And also religious reasons too. Like you never know, like religiously somebody may not, that's something you just don't introduce to a child at that age.
And that's
I know Christians are gonna have a field house with that.
And that should just be between the two of us. You know I had to fuck with you, right? That just has to be between the two of us.
Talk to your man in a minute.
Yes.
Hey yo. Hey yo, man, it's all love. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love. I don't even know why I sparked it back up. Let me stop fucking with you.
Why?
Why so much crying?
Because I'm like that.
Crying what? I'm not
all right.
Wait,
all right. I shouldn't have done that.
No.
I'm a troublemaker.
I think the Chinese doesn't use number 4 in certain things.
All right, let me not make no more trouble, man. We all good. So now, all right, go back to the thing.
You don't know what the Chinese use.
Just to close out. So we gonna close out now. So my bad. So now, yeah, put a foot in them.
It's
the I'm trying to, lady.
So now, all right. Closing out now. We already the kids, all the kids and the parents that's in the shop right now, they saying some are in, some are out. Summers is like
extend the school hours.
It might not go down right now. Biden got some problems on his hand with that one. I understand
because the Republican they're not gonna go for
what the whole outcome is gonna be in the long term. And you're right. Probably Republicans probably won't. How it's moving right now, they probably gonna block that. But I understand what the future viewpoint will be. I get it. Getting to that gold is gonna be an uphill battle. The masturbation portion of it, I don't agree with that one for that age. I think that should be left up to the parents to deal with that at home. And because I'll be honest with you, we had sex ed in like junior high school, didn't we?
Yep.
Okay. Did you really watch that? A lot of time we were sleeping, we was joking around.
They show you the videotape and all that.
Yeah, I remember it, but a lot of time, me and my boys in the class, you probably look at the girl, like, some stupid stuff like that, and the girls were like, "Ew," but we didn't take it serious enough to really like
sit down and
focus in on it and say, yes, we need to.
Class is over. It's
you know,
over.
when that bell rang, we didn't give a damn. We walked out. I was like, do you remember? I don't know what they're talking about. Whatever. You know, so I think when it comes to that, and not only for that, but it's another bonding situation where parents can actually have their kids bond with them and be able to trust them enough to talk to them. Because the problem with it, a lot of time, and I know when we were growing up, like most parents didn't talk to you about that. You know what I mean? Like my mother spoke to us about it.
But most of the time, you know what I'm saying? You learn it from outside.
Well, me and my sister, my younger brother, I guess, I don't know. He wasn't around. Like, so yeah. So he got it different. But for us, she spoke to us about it. You know what I'm saying? So we got a brief rundown. It wasn't nothing too deep. You know, my mother, she just kept plain and simple. Hey, make sure you use something or you catch the T's. Like, that's it. So straightforward. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I think, yeah, you know, being a parent now myself, I would say that, yeah, I would more sit down with my child and talk about that rather than leave it up to a teacher to put that correct situation in his head.
Shit, some of these teachers already having sex with the damn.
Well, that's a whole nother subject.
I think that should be
it's sex education.
It is, but a lot of these teachers getting wrapped up. But so,
parent is
what's your outcome?
Extend the school hours into the summer.
So you went for the extending for summertime, Q?
I think so. Extend the school hours.
Okay. Nisha, we already know you down with it. Me? I don't know yet. I don't really know yet. Okay, that's dogging out my schedule too. So
man, teachers get so much teachers day down here, man.
Yeah,
mine too. Everybody got a schedule.
Yeah. But
school is out tomorrow, Teachers' Day.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I'm still up for debate on that.
Planning day, Teachers' Day. It goes like that.
So what about the masturbation portion? Nisha.
Up to the parents.
Up to the parents. Q.
Up to the parents.
Norris.
Don't teach that shit until junior high.
Up to the parents.
Junior high. Up to the parents. Up to the time.
Up to the parents.
Up to the time. All right, listen, yo, I want to thank y'all all for joining us tonight. Oh, man, tonight was hot. It was definitely hot. And one thing I want y'all to do, take 2 off your calendar and put 3 on it, okay? Or put 5 on it, okay? Yo, everybody in here, it's love. Everybody is love. Hey, it's always going to be like that in this shop. You never know how it's going to end up out in the shop. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we family. At the end of the day, it don't matter what y'all say. This is how we do it each and every day. Live at the barbershop. You can catch us on all different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Spotify,
Click
iTunes.
the link on the YouTube channel.
And, of course, iHeartRadio. Please.
Subscribe.
Click. Oh, cute. Oh, wait a minute now.
Subscribe.
My man, AO. Plus, what you got to say? 1, few. 3, 4, 5. Yo, you know you family. Yo, plus, you know you family, man. Atlanta in the building all the time. We ain't gonna say 2, we say few. How I do you?
Hit the bell too.
Hit the bell too, all right? So, yo, one love. Live at the barbershop, man. I love y'all, man. Hey, yo, matter of fact, let me tell you something. Next week, I'm gonna do a little special something for a friend of mine that I lost, a co-worker of mine. Not gonna name no name. I'm gonna set up something for next week on that. But it bring you back to reality. And speaking on all these things, man, and for everybody out there in Facebook land, YouTube land, everything, yo, we truly appreciate all the love and support. I want to tell y'all something, man. Like they told you before, you really don't know how your day's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? Like you leave out the house, you really don't know how your day gonna end. Tell everybody you know next to you that you love them. Tell everybody, yo, any bullshit you got going on in your life, you gotta really see. You gotta really see if it's even worth it.
Me not love man. Me not love man.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, it ain't even worth the bullshit. So everything that's going on in the shop right now, it's a wrap by the end of the day. Don't take it home with you, because if you do, then I'm sorry for you. You understand? There's much more important things out here in life. So, yo, one love, and as I say all the time, go out in the world and be somebody, hot damn it. Do the damn thing, live at the barbershop.
Go out in the world and be somebody.